Welcome to season 2 of the Energy Upgrade podcast. I'm your host, Vanessa, master biohacker and successful entrepreneur. In season 1 of the Energy Upgrade, you got to have a taste for my obsession in all things health, energy, entrepreneurship, spirituality, and biohacking, or how to take radical responsibility in living a life by design. As a certified health coach, integrated health practitioner, kinesiologist, and seasoned entrepreneur who built and sold a 7-figure business, I want to dive deeper in this season 2. After healing myself from burnout, from my health falling apart, my hormones leaving my body, I'm here to share everything I wish someone had told me. Every day, I have the incredible opportunity to be mentoring women and supporting them in becoming true magnetic energy bombs. I'm helping them remember who they were all along. It's so powerful that I want to take you in on the journey, almost as if you were a fly on the wall. You'll find that I'm not your typical health coach, and I'm not your typical business coach either. I'm somewhere in between with a lot of spirituality sprinkled in there. This podcast is a sacred place where I come and share with you things that will bring you a high return on investment, because yes, I'm all about ROI. Life goes fast, and if I can show you a shortcut or two, I'll have succeeded at bringing you value. Thank you for being here. Let's go.
Your time is now. Your energy is your life force. You want to be able to magnetize your wildest dreams. A liver detox is the fastest way to start healing. You can and you will.
Welcome back to another episode of the Energy Upgrade. This week, I'm so excited to be welcoming a human design expert, a real human design nerdy. She is an incredible woman, and how we got to meet each other was very aligned with both our human design profile. So if you are new to human design, if you have no idea what I'm talking about, let me tell you, you're in for a treat. This is something I discovered about 4 weeks ago, and it changed so many things for me. Essentially, your human design profile is based on the day, time, and location of where you were born. And so this profile never changes. You're born with it. So if you have kids, you can run it for your kids. It's very helpful to know what they are. And basically it tells you what your most natural, your most authentic way of living your life is. It tells you what your strongest sense is. It tells you from which place you're making decisions. It's telling you what your gifts are. And it is mind blowing. It's always right on. I remember the first time I read mine, my analytical brain, my logical brain was trying to make sense of this. And I just couldn't understand. I'm like, how do they know this about me? How is this so accurate? I'm almost got frustrated from it. And then I discovered that it made no sense for me to live my life without acknowledging, without pulling in my gifts, without taking advantage of what is most authentic, most natural to me. And now I use human design in my consultations with my clients. I use human design in business. I always check back with what's most natural with me before I launch an offer, before I put together a program. It's a very big energy guide for me. And that's why I wanted to bring Tamara Bisson today on the call. So Tamara is such a wealth of knowledge when it comes to human design. And what's interesting is she discovered it during the pandemic, and it changed her entire life's trajectory. At the time, she sold everything, and her family traveled for 2 years. And that's how she got to learn how to be in her power, how to listen to her intuition, how to live her life with purpose, aligned with who she was. And now she helps people get in touch with their own power and purpose. She helps them align their life to their desires and authenticity using human design. And so she calls herself an alignment coach. And oh my gosh, both her and I are manifesting generators. We have very similar profiles. Both of us are actually making our decisions from our sacral authority. And when we recorded this episode, let me tell you, the energy was high. So I hope it's not too much, but hopefully it'll be contagious. Hopefully it'll get you curious to go and figure out what your own is. In the show notes, you'll find all the extra information on how to get to figure out your own chart. It's completely free. So there you go. Thank you, Tamara, for having joined us. And now buckle up for this powerful conversation and let me know what you are. Let me know what your human design profile is. And let me know if this was helpful. And I wanted for you to have this episode before the holidays because it'll get your head spinning and maybe, and hopefully, it will inspire you in a very different way, maybe in a bigger way for 2024. Now, let's head into this powerful conversation. Tamara, welcome.
Hello.
Welcome to the Energy Upgrade. It's such a pleasure to have you on the show. And I have to say, we're treating ourselves to our back-to-back right now. We just finished recording another episode on your podcast.
Yes, what a treat. What a treat.
So Tamara, you're a human design expert, but you're also a manifesting generator. So you're a woman of many different colors and many different passions.
Exactly. Yes.
And the reason why I wanted to bring you on today is because to me, understanding my human design profile changed everything for me.
Yes.
I came across it probably about 4 years ago. I was scrolling on Instagram. I saw someone I look up to talk about their human design. I was like, oh, what is that? It sounds fun. And that's when I discovered I was a manifesting generator. And when I read the description, I remember being like, but how do they know?
Yeah.
How do they know this about me? Like nobody else knows.
Creepy.
It was creepy. It was magical. My entire body was lit up.
Yes.
And it also gave me such a deep sense of peace because when I read the description of a manifesting generator, essentially it told me that I was a multi-passionate being and that I needed to honor these passions and to always follow what brought me joy, and that expansion would always be possible when I would be in that vibe.
How validating it is. Like,
exactly. And I was like, I feel seen. I feel so seen. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. That explains why I'm like, people think I'm all over the place. People think I have so much energy. People think I'm crazy.
I'm not broken.
Exactly. It explains so many things to me.
Yes.
And since then, it's actually even on my health questionnaire. When I start working with clients, like I'm asking about your body and your health and all the things, but I'm also asking because I want to know your human design. Because to me,
oh my goodness,
if we are connected to this human design profile that we naturally are, that's like our most authentic, flowing version of us. If we are aligned with that, then everything else is so much easier. And I'm excited. Sorry, I'm like,
No, that's okay. Your sacral is lit. So go ahead.
Well, I was just going to say before I give you the floor that I'm so excited to be bringing you as an expert in Femme Biohacker, my health and coaching program, because to me, for women entrepreneurs, being aware of this human design is a game changer. When we talk about efficiency, when we talk about just brand, when we think about words, marketing, visuals, all of it, if we know how we operate most naturally.
Yes. And how our intuition speaks to us. Like there's like 7 ways our intuition will speak to us. So when people say, oh, just listen to your intuition. Yeah, sure. But how?
Yeah.
How do I hear a voice? My sacral is lit. Do I have to wait and see how I feel? Like there's seven different ways. So we have to understand how we function. And that's what human design brings to us. It brings clarity. It's like an instruction manual.
Literally. Yes. Oh my gosh. So for those of you listening who are like, what the heck is that? So we're going to put a link in the show note if you're curious. Basically, all you need to know is your birth date and time.
Yeah.
You plug that in, it's going to give you a chart. It's going to tell you what profile you are. There's 5 different ones. Do you want to walk us through the 5 different human design profiles?
Yes, absolutely. They're energy types. So there's 5 energy types, and for each type, there's a role, a purpose for you. But there's also a way to be in your expansion, and that's what I want to share today. Okay. So like Vanessa said, you can go on the website. It's free. It's like going to see your natal chart. You just put your info in and you go on the part that says energy type. So you're either generator, manifesting generator, projector, manifestor, or reflector. Okay. There's 70% of the population that are generator and manifesting generator. 20% projectors, 9% manifestor, and 1% reflectors. Okay. So the generators of this world are
Which is the majority. Yeah.
Like 32%, maybe.
Okay.
Because it's like 70% of generators and manifesting generators.
Got it.
So generators are here to uplift the energy. So what it means is, let's say you're a generator, and when you do something that lifts you up, your energy will lift the energy around you. Okay, so that's your most important job. When you are happy, everybody around you
wins.
Feels better. Yes, it's very counterintuitive. Because we're going to try to make everybody happy. But the thing that is the most impactful is for you to do stuff that light you up.
So the opposite, is it also true? So if you're not in a good mood, is it going to lower the vibe in the room?
Well, not specifically in the bad mood, but when you're forcing yourself to do stuff that you don't like. Let's say in a job, you're like, I really have to do this in order to succeed. And you're pushing, you're forcing. Everybody around you will feel it.
So true.
And the thing is, though, because generators are a force, they really are able to do a lot of things, and they will oftentimes think they have to do things. So the expansion, to go into your expansion, you have to be able to say no. Say no, even if it doesn't make sense at all. Like, I don't understand. I kind of like it. I don't hate to do that. No, you don't hate it, but you
don't like it either.
Exactly. So you have to really be mindful of those and try to say no as much as possible, because the more you're going to say no to stuff that it's not 100% aligned, the more you're going to help people around you.
Wow. Okay, this is gold. Let's keep going.
Okay. So next is the manifesting generators. So the manifesting generators, they're a hybrid between the generators and the manifester. That means they're gonna generate energy when they're gonna do something they like, just as a generator. But there's a layer on top of it, like the manifester. They're all over the place. They're multi-passionate. They're gonna have like not urges, but they're gonna have more manifester like qualities. Okay, so that means the more the manifesting generators will honor all of those passions, the more they're gonna create a world when they can show other people what's possible. That's their purpose. But the manifesting generator will have a hard time to do so, because they think they have to be linear. I have to choose one career or one path or one passion and stick to it. No, my friend, embrace it all.
And you
Just
and I,
like us.
are both manifesting generators.
We're
And
all over the place.
exactly. So if
Yes.
you're wondering what does that look like, you can just look at all the things we're doing, all the things we're launching, all the projects we have.
Yes.
And I mean, we talked about that in your podcast previously, but maybe I think it contributed to my burnout. I tried to stick to one thing.
Yeah, exactly. Because we don't generate energy if we don't listen to we don't honor our passions, because that's what generates our energy. That's what nourishes the fire,
Yes.
Then there's the projectors of this world. The projectors are 20% of the population, so they often feel like aliens.
Okay, interesting.
They're not functioning as generators and manifesting generators, meaning they're not generating energy when they're doing stuff that they like. So they have a flow of energy that will vary depending on the days. So one day they have energy, the other day they don't have energy, and that's okay. That's their guidance, because projectors are not meant to work hard. They're not meant to hustle. They're not meant to grind. They're meant to do things efficiently. Okay? So their purpose is to guide us. They're supposed to,
they're like a projecting light.
Exactly. They see our energy and they have to help us optimize it. But in order to see that, they have to slow down.
Wow.
So the thing that will put them on the expansion is to listen closely and honor their energy flow.
So
honor
meaning
it.
Sometimes it's low, sometimes it's high, and sometimes it's okay not to do anything.
Oftentimes, I would like to take a nap, and that's okay.
Yeah.
Sometimes I don't like being surrounded by a bunch of people, and that's okay. Sometimes I will work 3 hours, and that's okay.
So projectors don't do well in a 9 to 5, clearly.
It depends.
Okay.
If they have the opportunity to listen to their body, they have the freedom to work on and off. They have the opportunity to be like in their office by themselves. Sure. Okay. But like people in HR, no. No.
Okay.
No. Okay. So next we have the manifestors. Manifestors are a powerhouse. Okay. We say that manifestors shouldn't be educated, not educated, but like parents of manifestors should give a lot of freedom to their kids. A lot. Okay.
That makes me think I need to go do my kids' profile.
That's right what away. I did too. Yeah.
Yes.
First, it was me, and then it was my kids. Okay. The thing with manifestor, they're trailblazers. They're gonna act on their urge. So the thing though is they're gonna second guess themselves, because they're gonna think about what other people are gonna say, or if other people are gonna be gonna accept what they do. Or so when they second guess, they stop their urge to act and to trailblaze, So the powerful thing to do for them is to put those blinders on and to listen very closely to their urges. Because when I say that manifesting generator was a hybrid between the generator and the manifestor, the manifestors will oftentimes have different urges. So sometimes it doesn't make sense. It's different. It changes all the time. But they have to embrace it, because they need to act on that urge to create a movement, to create that wave that can help other people take a decision, start something, influence them,
Mhm. Love it.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, I just said,
Okay.
love it. I love it. I love it all. We can, like, people, like, if you're listening, you can already start to see, like, if you don't know this,
Mhm.
like, and we're all trying to be the same. We're all trying to, like, follow this linear career. We're all trying to fit in the same mold. Like, can you see why your body, your soul, your spirit are like, no, this is not working. And you start,
Mm-mm.
your body's going to start feeling like you have low energy, like you're not aligned. You may even start having disease, because that's going to create a
Yeah.
whole array of stressors in the body. So this is like a big deal. I love it.
Yeah. Yeah. And just to go back with our kids, when you know you have, let's say, a generator kid, and you ask, and I didn't talk about that, but let's say he has a sacral authority. That means he knows right away what's aligned for him. And you ask him, do you want to go to summer camp? And he's like, eh.
That's a no.
As a parent, exactly. As a parent, you should be able to see those responses.
Mm.
You should honor those responses. So that's the powerful thing about human design with your kids. Instead of forcing them or thinking you know better than them.
Or thinking that they should react like us.
Exactly. I
Right?
have 2 kids that are projectors.
What?
Yes. Yes.
Oh my gosh, that's
Yeah.
rare.
Well, yeah. And I'm a manifesting generator. So the first thing I noticed was like,
Why don't they have this energy? What's going on?
and they're not passionate. What's wrong with them?
Oh,
Well,
wow. Okay, I need
yeah.
to go and do that now. I'm so curious.
Let me know, okay?
I will. Yes.
So the last energy type is reflector. The
Yeah.
reflector is only 1% of the population, because they're going to reflect our energy. The energy of the community, the energy of their surrounding, the energy of the collective. So we don't need a lot of reflectors. We need just one. And the thing is, with reflector, in order to reflect the energy, they need to be able, or to accept the fact that they're going to change. So let's say a reflector is on a trip in Hawaii. Their energy is going to be different, and that's okay. If they're with one person, then the next day with another one, their energy is going to be different, and that's okay. The more they release labels, the more they can go deeper into their reflecting role.
Wow.
So meaning, I'm a vegan, I'm a workaholic, I'm a X, Y, and Z. Release those labels.
Wow. Okay, this is amazing.
And last thing, what we see in those reflectors, it's us. Like Karine Ruel.
I know Karine is a reflector.
So what you see in her, it's you. She's reflecting those things to you.
Oh, wow. Well, that's a good thing.
I know. She's super cool.
Wow. Okay, that's interesting. What if I told you that it's time to get crystal clear on what you are not bringing over with you in 2024? What if we could ditch the people pleasing and take a moment to really recenter on you? What if we could discover what you are intuitively called towards? And what if we could set a clear, magnificent vision for this year ahead, so that whatever you're ready to manifest can actually happen through clarity, through intuition, through the frequency of abundance and expansion, those dreams that you've been putting on pause. It's time to pick them back up, and 2024 is going to be magical. Now, I've created Biohack Your 2024. This is a powerful event that will be happening during the holidays while things are a little bit more quiet. A perfect time to go inwards. I will let you in on my own end and beginning of year rituals. And this will happen through 2 powerful 2-hour masterclasses that will be delivered on December 28th and January 4th. The replays will be available, but in this time together, we will co-create your vision for the new year. We will be crystal clear on how you want to feel and what you're ready to call in. And through powerful activations and the workbook of a lifetime, my friends, I'm so excited for that. I will be supporting you in this powerful vortex of transformation. 2 powerful 2-hour sessions for $224 for 2024. We're really calling in big magic. And so if you're interested in joining this vortex, there's already so many women signed up, and I can already feel how potent this is going to be. Now, I hope you're able to join us. If you're interested to read more about Biohack Your 2024, or if you want to save your spot right now, the link will be in the show note. Now, let's make 2024 the year of your dreams. I hope to see you there. So maybe we can just talk, because you and I are manifesting generators.
Yep.
Like maybe we could just talk about that a little bit.
Just a bit?
Just a
Yes.
little bit.
Yeah.
I mean, and so obviously we could talk for days about this stuff. And we could dive into, so when you go and do your profile, you'll have, of course, your
energy type?
Your
Yes,
energy type.
Your profile, the number for you, it's 4-6.
Yes.
I'm a 3-5. So that's the profile.
And then you have so many different other, like your environments, your
digestion,
Oh God, anyway.
Strongest sense.
Yes. And so if ever you're feeling called to dive into this, like, you do offer that kind of work, and we'll put all your links in the show notes. But maybe we can talk quickly. For example, you and I both have a sacral authority. So we know it's like a hell yes right away. And if we don't get that hell yes right away, it's a no.
Exactly.
So
any other, anything other than hell yes, it's a hell no.
And it's interesting for me to really reconnect with that, because, often I talk about my clients. I'm like, don't do it if you're not feeling like lit up. But now I'm realizing sometimes it's not as simple for other people. Sometimes they need to sleep on it. Sometimes they need to take more time to reflect.
Yeah.
And so I'm grateful actually for this sacral authority, because it makes everything so easy. Like, I can feel in my body. It's like the fire is like lit up. It's like, yes. But it's like we were discussing, sometimes it can be very confronting to others, because they think we make bad decisions. We make decisions too quick. That, no, you can't know right away. Like, you got to think about this. Like,
be responsible. Think about it for a while.
Do the right thing. And I'm like, no, I'm in.
I'm doing the right thing.
I'm out. Like, it's, I know right away. And we were saying, like, this is how I pick my coaches. 5 minutes into the call, I'm like, we're done. Good. Where do I sign? Like, I know right away. And
oftentimes you already know before the call.
Exactly.
You're like, yes, I like her energy. I'm all in.
And so it's an interesting thing, because I didn't always listen to my sacral, to those signals. I forced myself to think it through. And you shared with me, anybody listening, if you have the sacral authority, the more you think it through, the more the fear is going to come and creep up. And the less you're going to feel excited about that opportunity, chances are you're going to say no by the end.
But the thing is, you don't have to act on it right away, but you just have to make a decision. Let's say you want to work with Vanessa, and you're like, your sacral is lit. Just make the decision that you're going to work with her. But you don't have to buy the program today.
Yeah.
Just make a decision.
One day it's going to happen.
I'm going to work with her. I'm working with her. But you don't know the specific day that you're going to purchase the program.
Oh, I love that. Yeah.
You know what? Okay. I have a story for you. Do we have the time to?
Yes.
Okay. So I wanted to work with, her name is Jocelyn Kelly Reed. love her. I love her. Like I love her vibe. And I was creeping her offers and was like, that's too expensive. I like her, but it's too expensive. And the moment I took it, I made it a decision. I choose to work with her. The next day, she announced that all of her offers were 50% off. That's the power of a sacral authority.
But also, is there not a piece of manifesting here?
Yes, we're
Exactly.
manifesting generators.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah. Because
Yes.
I often hear like, oh my gosh, you have like, you're so lucky. You have divine timing. And I'm like, no, no, no,
Yeah.
no, there's no luck.
Well,
But
you have the divine timing, but everybody does have that timing when they listen to their specific intuition, their authority.
exactly. So look at your authority on your profile. That is what guides your decision making, your hell yes. And basically, that's how you create boundaries in your life. Right?
Yes, you say no to stuff or yes, or you even in a business, when you know if an offer or a coach is aligned with you, authority.
Yes. That's how you make your decision. Love it.
Yep. Plain
And
simple.
I have also in my profile, I have the inner vision.
Yes. Okay, so that's the strongest sense. Okay. So I often say that the strongest sense is the secret weapon to manifestation. Okay.
Yes.
Because the way I hear a lot of stuff about manifestation, and there's a lot of people's gonna say you have to really feel it or you have to envision it. Like it depends. What's your strongest sense? Inner vision? Sure. Vision boards or it like meditation with images in your head. That's perfect. My strongest sense is feeling. So I'm gonna feel the F out of it. But what about if your strongest sense is touch? What do?
Yeah.
You surround yourself with things that, let's say you want
A
to
cozy
manifest,
blanket, like
or you want to manifest a trip to Florida. Okay. Surround yourself with stuff that reminds you of Florida,
like
like
shells and
exactly soft dress fabric or anything you want. Or there's strongest sense that is smell. Okay, seashells, oranges, breeze of the ocean. I don't know, but you really have to own that part for you because we all work differently.
wow. Okay, this like wow. Can you see if you're listening? Like, can you see how this can just this is what comes up for me when you start honoring and bringing awareness to things like you just start paddling. You stop paddling in the mud.
Exactly.
It's like suddenly the highway opens up in front of you. It's like you have this guide. It's like, okay, this is how you make your decisions. Like you can start to feel really connected with your body. And this is important because I hear this from clients all the time. Like, how do I know? Or how, like, I don't know how to say no. I don't know, I don't know when this decision is right for me. I'm like, and they start overthinking when in fact you could start surrendering to your strongest sense, to your authority, where and how are you making your decisions. So this is so fascinating to me.
Okay, there's even one more detail that I have to tell you. It's the strategy. Okay, like you and I, we're manifesting generator. Our strategy is to respond to.
Yeah.
That means if we want a business and we want more clients, I'm not going on Instagram and like talk to anybody and everybody to say like, do you want to work with me? Or no, I'm going to wait for them to come to me. I'm going to wait for the universe to present to me an opportunity to respond to, physically respond to. Oh God, I'll be on Vanessa's podcast. Did I reach to you? No.
Our story is interesting. Like,
exactly.
This is my divine timing. Because I told you, right, the day before, I was like, I need to find an expert to come in my program. I want the women in my program to know about their human design and to know how to utilize it in their business, in their health.
Mhm. Did you
And
reach like 20 people?
I didn't reach to anybody because
Exactly.
I thought, well, first of all, I don't have time. And B, I thought, I know and I trust that this person is going to present itself to me and that'll be the perfect person. The next day I go to this conference. You're the first person I shake hands with. How?
Exactly.
Like, hi, what's your name? You're like, Tamara. I'm like, okay, what do you like? What's your specialty? You're like, human design.
Response.
I'm like, my sick roll's all lit up. I'm like, it's you. And you're like, what?
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, it's you. I asked and you're here. It's like,
yes, we
so
don't have
amazing.
to hustle and grind. We just have to surrender and wait that the universe brings stuff to us.
Yeah. Gosh, I needed to hear that reminder. Thank you. Right?
Me too.
There's still a part of me that's like in the pattern of, okay, what are we supposed to do? What have we been told to do? We're all trying to be on the same thing. We're all trying to fit in.
And that's probably also where people go to burnout.
Exactly. Totally. Like, I know I can't, like, I know now my whole body starts to feel achy and uncomfortable every time I go back there.
Yes.
And so I need to always be reminded that I'm most productive and most efficient when I actually stop grinding, stop hustling.
And it's so fun when you have something presenting to yourself. You're like, oh my God, that's so magical.
And like my best clients are like that. They'll be like, I discovered you yesterday. I can't believe it. Where have you been all this life? Like, where do I sign? When do we start? And I'm like, wow, like, wow.
Thank you. More, please.
Yeah. Yes. Thank you. Yes. Thank you. Yes. Exactly. Well, I want to keep this episode short because, like I said, we could spend days. Yes, but how can people find you if they want to dive into your universe or learn more about human design or their own human design?
Well, it depends. If you speak French, I do have a podcast that explains a lot. Actually, they have all types, energy types. They have profiles. There's a lot of stuff. And I'm on IG as well, but it's all in French. But I do have one offer in English. So if you're interested, the link will be
in the show notes.
Okay.
Yes, you do offer one-on-one, like basically almost like a reading where you go through everything. It is. Such a game changer. And if you can treat yourself to this gift seriously, it is a gift to know this information and to know how to act on it and how to utilize it. It changed a lot of things for me. It actually explained a lot of things for me. It gave me permission and it allowed me to stop trying to fit in and to be okay to actually embrace how amazing it is. And that's what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm supposed to be doing trailblazing things to show how it's done and to open up opportunities. So such a
be
gift.
Free.
Be free, my friends. Amen. Yes. Thank you for this juicy conversation. All the links will be in the show notes. I have a feeling we'll see each other again. Well, you're coming as an expert in the program, which I'm so excited about.
Yes.
So yeah, and I'll connect with you about my kids. I'm excited to learn.
Absolutely. I want to know.
Good. Well, listen, if this episode was helpful to you, feel free to share it. Feel free to tag both of us. Let us know where you were when you listened to it. And if you enjoyed this information, if you have more questions, find me in my DMs or find Tamara in her DMs. It'll be our absolute pleasure. Thank you again for being here, and we'll see you again next week. Thank you, Tamara.
Bye.
The information shared on this podcast is for information purposes only and doesn't provide any medical advice. Vanessa Grutman does not cure, diagnose, or treat disease. Please consult your physician before trying any new protocol or product.